And if you think about it, we all have accessibility issues at some point in our lives, whether it's as kids, seniors, or if we're dealing with a temporary injury. And that's why it's so important that public venues are accessible and inclusive.
I think people do care whether or not their buildings are accessible, just sometimes they have no idea where to get started. Building managers just don't know what's needed to be done, so you end up with public washrooms where it says in Braille, washroom for the ladies and the men.
So they think a 50-50 shot is good enough.
That's right on the money, Anthony. The thing is, without the input of people from the disabled community, you truly don't know what best practices are or have that attention to detail.
And that's exactly what the Rick Hansen Foundation's Accessibility Certification Program does. Vancouver's Grant Hardy traveled to Surrey City Hall to learn more.
Do you want to measure from that wall to?
Is 160.
Taking measure and making notes is all part of the job for accessibility assessors Allison Kelba and Anthony Lowe. Allison, who uses a scooter, and Anthony, who's hard of hearing, are part of the Rick Hansen Foundation's Accessibility Certification Program.
The certification program is a standardized, consistent method to assess the usability of the built environment.
In order to maintain a consistent approach, the assessors go through a specialized training program.
There was a portion of it was at Vancouver Community College, and that involved some paperwork and discussions and some simulations in wheelchairs and with vision goggles that simulated different types of visual impairment.
For Anthony, the training expanded his understanding about challenges others may face.
This program totally changed my perspective so that I can, look at things differently. So right now I'm able to help the other people, the disability community, so that they can live their life in full potential.
The assessments are conducted with the full support of the buildings and venues.
First thing that when we approach the building, we always have a kickoff meeting with the building manager or the building owner and ask them to give us a big background of the building and what type of user, how many people they're going to use the facility throughout the day. And after that, we can ask them to take us around.
The City of Surrey has been participating in the program, and according to Acting Services Manager Carrie Van Eaton, the assessments are certainly worth doing.
It was really helpful for us to have accessibility audits in our facilities. We've done them at City Hall as well as at some of our community centers. It gives a different perspective than we may have otherwise had on our facilities and how accessible they are to our members of the community.
The way managers react when they receive feedback is really positive. And sometimes when we go into a building, they have a specific area that they would like to have paid attention to. Perhaps they want to make improvements and they would like to have our feedback to back them up.
100.
And so we're helping them as well as them helping their users.
Ultimately, everyone benefits from universal accessibility, which is why Allison and Anthony are passionate advocates.
People without disabilities benefit from universal access because now they can do things with their friends. Friends can stay together, you can go to a restaurant, and you can take your friend with you.
We are able to include everyone in our community, regardless whether it's able-bodied or people with disability. We are able to share and work and play and live our life in our full potential.
The Accessibility Certification Program is a win-win for everyone. People with disabilities get an opportunity to work and show off their skills. Building managers gain valuable input and an opportunity to make their spaces more accessible.
And this is the only program in Canada that trains the accessibility assessors to a recognized professional level. So everybody takes an exam and everybody learns how to correctly identify a venue's positive features and its barriers consistently across the board.
The pilot project is only running on the West Coast for now, but let's hope it expands to more places so we can have more venues improving accessibility with the help of amazing assessors like Allison and Anthony.
If you'd like more information, you can visit rickhansen.com.